Oh, you got some? Yeah. Oh, I know you. I know you do. Yeah. Please.
Yes.
Please.
Oh, Sukiana tagged it in our story. She watched my story. Oh, for real? She watched the story. I'm so petty. She watched the story, friend.
You can do a little extra if you want. You can do a little extra if you want. A little extra, you feel me?
Ain't like a natural hair on today.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Nora. Appreciate it.
Oh. Making love to the mic. No.
Yeah.
Are we ready? And we are here. We have arrived again. Yes, darling. Mommy's keeping it cute. Thank you for joining in today. Happy Sunday, everybody. What's up with you, baby mama?
Nothing chilling, baby mama. What's going on?
I'm so happy you back. So, last week I had a co-host, because he was sick. So I'm just so happy you're feeling better.
Co-host. Y'all did the thing.
Ish, shout out to Ish.
Yeah, you hit on many different topics. Okay. Click on I said click on many different topics. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm trying to
That's all good.
things together.
Yeah. Salute. Happy Sunday. Baby mama.
Woo, we are here.
We're here, yeah.
Ooh, I missed
We got sounds today.
We do?
Yeah, we got sounds.
Oh, because last week we didn't have the sound.
Mm-hmm. We got the hand claps and all of the audio.
Yeah, so last week, I was sick last week. Hey,
I
guys.
know.
I missed you guys. I hope I
Yes.
was missed too.
You're feeling better.
Yeah, I did not have no corona.
Okay.
I was just like a little probably allergies.
Grace be to God.
Yeah,
Praise be to God. Praise God.
Probably
Absolutely.
some allergies or something like that,
But I cared about you. I said, you know what? Every Monday or Sunday, I'll make my anti-inflammatory tea. I was
Special
like, yo.
delivery.
I said I had to bring my baby mother some.
Yes, you did.
I had to bring her some.
I had some of that tea. That tea just went down all nice and nice and smooth, and then got all that whatever it was, and
Up out of you. Yeah.
I'm back rocking. So
Absolutely.
it was all good. Y'all did a good show last week.
I appreciate that, baby mama.
You held it down.
Did I?
Yeah, you held it down.
I think I tend to perform well under pressure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, under pressure, and it was kind of just one last minute thing because Ish was like maybe the fourth person on my list.
Mm-hmm.
But, everybody else was busy out of town. Ish was like, all right, Peaches, just text me when you on your way because I might forget. I'm like, okay.
All right,
Yeah,
that's
he
dope.
showed up.
That's dope. Y'all did the thing, so that's cool. Them
Most
eyebrows
definitely.
is looking nice.
The eyebrow,
Ooh,
Do
them
tell.
eyebrows are looking nice.
So Aggie.
They all, they pretty.
Yeah, they pretty and tame.
What do you call it? They're pretty and aligned, right? They're
Oh,
nice.
thank you.
You know how some people, they be.
I be trying. It took a minute. Like, I still feel like my eyebrows, I have yet to master the art of them because I feel like it's very, very intricate. Like, I'm still like a beginner after a year doing this. I'm still a beginner.
I just started doing mine.
Really?
I was rushing today. I don't really got nothing on today, but
You're still cute though,
Yeah.
baby mama.
Thank you.
Yes. That natural hair, it hit them some shoulder blades. That natural hair hit them shoulder blades. Yes, it does.
I know. Shoot, I got hair up under them wigs, bundles, and everything
That's
else.
right.
Ain't nobody bald over here.
Okay.
We don't do that.
How about that?
Some let the hair grow.
Look. I'm bald by choice.
Hello?
I was telling you.
Hello?
How
I know some that got them
yo.
struggles. They, struggle. So
You know how many people like, Fatima, what made you go blind? What made you go short?
You cut your hair, but you've done so many
Let's be
styles
clear.
with your hair.
Let's be clear. Once my hair get cold, I'm gonna throw a wig on. Let's be clear. Yes. And this is what happens to being in a pandemic, because being home. You watch a YouTube video, you think you could do anything. I swear they make it so simple and easy.
One day you was getting a doobie, the next day you was shaving it all off.
I watched a 7-minute video on how to bleach your own hair, and next thing you know,
I said, hair, you can do different things to it. You're not like you don't have to just stick with one way.
Stay stuck to one look, you know.
And what's that stuff called? Some people use it with their beards, but now they're using it with the edges. It's not a marker. It's not a. It look like a black permanent. You ever see it on Instagram?
Like a blackout, almost like they.
Oh, it's deeper than the blackout.
It's the stuff that they kind of edge their beards and mustaches with to make their beards connect.
Yeah, but it doesn't. It looks like it's pasty. Oh. It doesn't look like the
it's pasty.
The regular beard stuff. It just looks a mess. Well, we don't have to use that. Yeah. So moving right along.
Yeah.
So what we hitting? We gonna hit that mind your business.
I'm trying to tell you.
Mind your business, drink your water, get your wax, and detox your mind, body, and soul.
And that's it.
That's what I think it is.
And how to preserve our energy, right?
Yeah, because a lot of folks don't be minding their business.
So tell me what happened this week that
sparked
this,
I was on Facebook, and I was on the, I was in an unemployment group.
Okay.
I was the unemployment group, and you just read about a whole bunch of different things.
Right.
People talk about Trump. People talk about the unemployment. I just don't understand why. Why is everyone so concerned when the people that are on unemployment, when they get that extra money, what they're going to do with that money?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
I've seen statuses. I've seen a lot of stuff, and I'm just like,
give me an example of some stuff that you've seen in that group.
Business, if you get 300, 600, like people just
some
sitting at home
comments,
chilling. Yeah, like, oh, it would be nice if I could just sit at home and get $300 or $600 extra dollars. Nobody's sitting at home with their feet kicked up. Nobody went to work and asked like, hey, let's not go to work anymore. Let's get the unemployment. Nobody's doing all that.
But, right.
And then we have some people that were in the group I was reading, and they were kind of upset that, with the unemployment, they were talking about the stimulus check, and talking about, some folk that owe child support that's not going to get their check again this time around. And that had like 300 some odd comments, and I was that one. Reading the
strolling,
clicking on who profile pictures say what. So
that's interesting. So it just sounds like at the end of the day, it's a hard time during a pandemic. A lot of people may not find themselves in trouble, but I just feel like a lot of people's financial situations are just different right now, right? And I feel like things change. Whether you working, whether you got laid off. I know folks that got laid off, they got their severance pay. I know folks that got laid off that's on unemployment. I know folks that just still work. So it's like, I just feel like it's so much important things to be worried about. Let's worried about, are you registered to vote? That's what the comment I would have dropped. So let's talk about that, and then kind of mail-in ballots and all that good stuff. And I just want to,
make sure you do that.
Yeah, so make sure we do that. And I just wanted to touch on it too. In Piscataway, the mail-in ballot location, one is at the Westergaard Library. And the other one, I wanna get you guys. I don't wanna guess it. I know it is in my phone, but there's 2 locations in Piscataway. I do know one is at Westergaard Library. The other, I have to get back to you next week. But if you just go and Google like your town or your municipality, if you go and Google like their Board of Elections, it's a lot of information out there in regards to where the locations are. And you know how, I just feel like there's so much propaganda behind voting right now. Yeah. You got some people saying, it's all the fraud. It's already, they say
that all the time, though.
Things are going on. But I just want to tell, let's stay steadfast and just vote. Just don't get distracted of what we're seeing on TV. The fly and COVID and the helicopter. Like, don't get distracted. Like, stick to the script. And make sure that mail-in ballot is in. Absolutely.
Maybe the jackass.
He's a jackass.
Ooh, who's a jackass, Chris?
Yeah, one with the fly. Yeah,
With the fly.
Fly guy. I'm like, what was it? 2 minutes and
2
47.
minutes and 8 seconds.
I've never seen a fly sit that still.
Flies like shit.
Unless it was on shit. Yeah. Well, there you go.
Flies like things that's like, you know.
Yeah.
Flies like rotten things.
Yeah. They like right. They like
Look.
shitty things, disgusting things. And it sat right there, chilling.
It sat right
laying
there.
eggs on that dirty scalp. Just
And
looking ridiculous.
And I was talking to my baby daddy the other day. I said, well, why not a ladybug? Why not a bee? You know, why not any other insect? Why a fly?
Because I don't really think a ladybug or a bee or nothing like that.
Or why not a booger in his nose? Like, why not something else?
Because a fly, everyone knows when you see a fly, you think of dirty.
Death.
Think of
rotten.
Shitty. You
That's
think
right.
of disgusting things. And it was there chilling in his head. And he had the pink eye. Like, he mad dirty.
Ooh. It was so funny. I was watching CNN and with the fly on the head and then his eye, you know, just people's their interpretation of what that is. Like, you have these pro-black ideologists that's like, you know, this is something demonic. You know, like they taking like a spiritual spin on it because it's like
I think so.
Flies. Like every time we see a movie with flies, it's always associated with something kind of demonic, something dark, right? Something rotten in the cemetery, XYZ. Why was that flying at me in head that long? And he was just a lion.
Yeah,
he lied like a rug.
To me, I think it was full of shit.
Yeah, he never answered the questions, right?
He never did.
He kept
He's a jackass.
What a jackass!
What a jackass!
Oh God, people go out and vote,
please.
I mean, everything matters at this point.
Absolutely, absolutely. But back to the trolling, Chris.
Yeah,
you know,
I was just gonna say back to the trolling because what did we say? What did we say earlier? No need to throw shade because we the whole damn tree.
Yeah. Yeah, no need to throw shade, right? And my thing is trolling. I feel like the internet is one of those situations. And social media, it's like, yes, people practice their right of freedom of speech, and I get it all day.
But there's boundaries to that.
I feel
some
like
people be overdoing it. It's just like
okay,
really?
Yeah, they overdo it, and then they speak about things that they don't know, and that is I got 2 pet peeves in lives. One is the word ghetto. When somebody uses it as a adjective, that's one of my pet peeves. All right.
And she's getting very red and frustrated.
Yes, that's a pet peeve of mine when you use ghetto as an adjective to describe something or somebody's way of how they talk and walk, whatever. And the second thing is when somebody is like, they really assume and they make these comments like they really know what they're talking about and they really don't. Yeah. That's what kind of really pisses me off, right?
I think with what we were talking about, you know, as far as minding business and social media and stuff, you know, it's starting to get towards the end of the year. That tastes good, right? Hit different. With the whole, you know, people just worried about the wrong things. Like, we know it's getting close to the end of the year. Yeah. And, you know, as soon as January comes around, people are going to start worrying about everyone else's taxes, you know.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Who's doing what. Don't get mad at anyone if
they getting relief
and you not getting a relief.
They qualify for a relief.
Don't get mad. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about someone's taking their trips, buying their cars. Don't worry about any of that. Absolutely. Worry about yourself, your kids, your household. Worry about that. Worry about your credit.
Absolutely.
Worry about that because you're worried about someone else. It's not going to help your situation.
But think about it too, Chris. Like I was telling Norm,
smart when it comes to taxes. If you have a good co-parent relationship with the other parent, y'all
can rotate every year.
Yeah, every year.
How about that one?
But, you know.
Baby mama, break that down just one more time for the people. I think that's really like valid.
Like as a tenant, you know your rights when it comes to paying your rent with your landlord.
Yes.
Know your rights with your tax.
Absolutely.
Your state, your federal. Know your rights.
Absolutely.
If you're able to claim your kids 1 year, cool. The next year, the mom claimed. The next year, the dad. However it goes. Don't sit back and get mad.
And the fact is, for I think a parent, a couple, like people that's parenting, co-parenting, if that was the situation, okay, 1 year I'm going to claim the kids. Next year, my baby father claim the kids. And we will rotate all the way up until they start working themselves. Think about it. That's like a dope relationship. Like, think about it. That's the
way it should be.
I feel like,
providing no one owes anything.
Facts. Like, that would make me be more inclined. Like, I feel like if my baby father was doing what he's supposed to do financially, it's like, that'd be like kind of a no duh. Like, okay, all right, I file him this year, I'll claim him this year, and you claim him next year. Like,
word.
Okay.
Like,
Absolutely.
help me, help you, help me.
Absolutely.
If that makes sense. Like,
absolutely.
Help me, help you, help me. So it's just like.
And I think too, like a lot of people, like Chris, like even when we were talking about how people commenting, like, oh, people sitting at home all day getting these unemployment extensions, blah 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 blah. Let's just talk about mommies, and let's be focused on that, like just the duties of a mom all day at home now. At home now.
No one is just sitting home with their feet kicked up.
Girl, somebody need to cut you a check. Okay? Because the teachers ain't earning it. Nah, shout out to all the NJ teachers. Nah, I ain't playing. You feel me?
Cut me one of them mental checks.
Cut me
directly. You know, but that's the way it is. So
definitely.
It's a lot. It just doesn't make sense, but I just know one thing. I just be worried about myself.
That's it.
And if you owe child support, you take that up with whoever you owe it to.
You take that up with Uncle Sam.
Yeah, you figure out why you may owe the child support.
Why,
what's going on,
who, how much.
How you can fix the situation.
How can you fix the situation?
I'm not saying
yo, you know what child support for me, yo, Chris? I'm sorry to interrupt you, baby mother. But I remember one time something was going on and with the legislation and the laws in New Jersey. And I want to say like Channel 5 News, like Channel 12 News was like downtown Newark one day. And they was like on Broad and Market, girl, like on the corner, like getting the folks going to work. And they was really asking gentlemen about their opinion about the child support web. Okay, like you get placed on child support, you don't have enough money to pay what they expect you to pay, then you get discouraged and don't pay, and then you're walking around here with a warrant over your head thinking it's just gonna go away. Where it's like, my father told me a long time, sis, if you don't take care of your business will take care of you.
Let me be absolutely clear.
I'm about to pop and lock. Chris, you about to have me? I was about to be ready.
She thought it was a club, so they go that store again.
Let me.
Take care of your business gonna take care of you.
Absolutely.
That's just the way it goes. So, Tay said somebody full of shit. Yeah. Oh, the guy with the fly.
Oh, the guy with the fly.
Because I'm trying to read the comments because I don't see the
Oh, we just gotta go to the other tab. Like, so
let me see right here.
To the server. It's that one, I believe. It's that.
Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, we good. Hey, y'all. Yeah. So with the whole child support, you gotta figure it out.
Have to figure it out, and like what that entails. Because I see child support work for good, and I also see how it's kind of made to keep people like kind of effed up in the game. So boom, my thing is like a lot of people don't understand. Like I feel like a lot of females or mothers get bad rap. Like, oh, she put me on child support. You got men that say that they almost like, oh, my baby mother paid somebody $10,000 like to put a hit on me. They make it sound like it's the worst thing in America. But people like just like I know, Chris, like. If I got to sign up for TANF, somebody ain't doing what they supposed to do.
For those who don't know what TANF is.
Okay.
Yeah. Temporary assistance for needy people.
Yeah, that TANF, like, okay, like when you got kids and you go to the welfare building, okay, to get that. Yo, I got TANF so long ago. One child was $322. I don't know how much it is a month now. But I do know and understand the only way for girls to get that child care subsidy, to get them food stamps, to get that cash, to get that TRA, they like, well, where your baby daddy at?
True.
You know what I mean?
Lauren said if you pay, you wouldn't be on it, but I feel like it helps and it hurts.
Yes.
Because you do have some that will work with you and just be like, yo, this is what I could give you, this is that and other.
Yeah.
And then you have some that's just like, nah, like I'm not doing anything. I feel like someone who's not doing anything, like you're not even blinking an eye at your child, you need to be at maximum. Because you're going to pay the fee of being an absent parent.
Absolutely.
It's not going to come easy. It's not like you're not just going to be like, no, you're going to feel it. And you're not going to feel it because someone is emotional. You're going to feel it because it's all about principle. Like you created a child. You are obligated to take care of your kids.
Thanks.
No one else is. You're obligated to take care of your kids. You're supposed to take care, make sure your kid is good and know what's going on in their life. Like, who's their pediatrician? Who's their teacher? Like, what color does your kid like? You know, what are their fears? How do they feel? You know, what's their temper? It's just like a lot of stuff.
Absolutely.
So, you know, that goes back to the stimulus. For those that are on it and feel like they shouldn't be on it, or you know, they're on it for the wrong reasons, and I'm supposed to get this $1,200 and it's going to my kid's mom or it's going to my kid's dad.
Well, guess what?
What happened? What happened in the meantime? Because if the stimulus wasn't coming around, you still would have been chilling. Your arrears still would have been, you know,
accumulating.
Hello?
You know, like regardless. So I feel like I think child support is a gift and a curse. Because you got some dads that actually were active, right? But the only way that girl could get welfare, she got to tell them people who you are. Mm-hmm. Then I feel like child support also kind of, whatever like arrangements a baby mother and baby father may have had, child support kind of throws a monkey wrench in the game. Like child support would have people stop speaking for years. Facts. Like
child support will have people stop speaking for years. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But something had to happen before we got there.
Yeah.
We had to have some kind of there had to have been some kind of arrangement that someone couldn't keep up with, or the communication. Everything starts with communication, but I feel like bigger than communication is comprehension, because you have to understand what you're doing.
Yeah,
you have to
absolutely.
understand what how to be a parent doesn't come with a manual. So everything shouldn't be just on
one
the
person.
Mother. Shouldn't just be on a father, because I know people mothers who pay child support. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
And it's not because they're an absent parent, but it's because certain things were used against them, and that's where they are in their life. You know what I mean?
Right,
and it's
absolutely.
Like, the shit crazy.
It's really crazy. It's really crazy. And just for all you individuals, mommies and daddies that owe child support, it's just a little jewel I have for you. Because if you was a Google, right? Hey, can I still get my passport when I owe child support? Skirt. Like my kid be in a car.
You serious about that?
Serious about that? You
my little kid be like,
child support. You think you about to be chilling with a passport?
Son. Let me tell you, when you owe Uncle Sam,
where's that fly at? Because that fly should sit on that person, you piece of shit.
Listen, just don't think, because I'll tell you, because if you use or put in your Google search engine, can I get a passport owing child support in New Jersey? That is going to tell you, oh, yeah, you could get a passport as long as your balance is under $2,000. Lie.
No.
It's not even real.
It's like, I think, 500.
No, bitch, 0. Woo! I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Sis, 0. And I have just a little story. I want to put my baby daddy out there just really, really quick. You know, R.I.P. to my stepson Kwame, but you know, he was on child support XYZ. So we like, all right. Once we found out that $2,000 number was a lie, so we knew we had to pay that down. Girl, he thought he paid it down all the way. He went and submitted a passport application. We waiting mad long. I'm like, yo, you need to call these people and see what's going on. Girl, he had an 88-cent balance.
Yeah, it's like that.
Homeland Security is not playing when
it comes.
If you owe I'm talking, he owed 88 cents and they did not they didn't process it. They was waiting until that balance was down, because guess what? Homeland Security is who clears you for these passports. Right. If you on a child support list, honey, You can't get one.
You can't get one.
So
You're not going anywhere.
Facts.
You're on your patio.
So please, people, like, just understand, like, child support is one of those things that life could be going good. You could start a new relationship. Y'all might even get some property and get some things in life, but that child support is like credit, and then it's deeper than credit. That damn thing ain't going nowhere.
It's not going anywhere. If you go outside and you break your arm, you get a $500,000 settlement. Guess who's getting paid?
Who?
The folk you owe.
You better know it.
You know what I'm saying? So
you better, because you know how they think about it. Like,
and
go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
I do believe, I was just reading the comments, that if you pay, you won't be on it. But I also feel like there has to be some kind of mutual agreement. You can't expect someone to pay what they don't have. So let's work together.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what they say, you get more honey with the sweet. I don't know.
You catch more bees with honey instead of shit.
Yeah, and I'm with all the bees and the honey. Like, nobody.
I like sweet
shit.
stuff. Yeah,
and then it was,
and that's true.
Females use the government to control men, and I feel like that's true too, because if you get mad and you want to go down to the building and file for some papers, yeah, she about to get everything.
True.
You know
true.
what I'm saying? Like, she's definitely about to get everything, and you might even have to put your kid under your insurance.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So a lot of stuff is messed up when it comes to the non-custodial parent. That's why communication is so important.
Communication, and also, like, when we hear the term child support.
If you don't pay, like, you don't do anything with your kid, you don't blink an eye, you're going to be on it.
Yeah, because, like, just that term child support, a person will initially think it's talking about money. Nah, I'm talking about support with this child. Different support, right? So if I have a part-time job, so like, if you could pick the baby up from school 3 times a week so I could go to my part-time job, that is a support. That's one less thing I have to worry about, right? And you didn't have it to pay me $200 this week, but guess what? You picked that kid up. That was one less thing on my to-do list, so I could take care of my business.
Right.
So that child support, like, even deeper than the money, because sometimes the time is more valuable than the dollar amount. Right. You know what I mean? And so come on, y'all.
We could all be like 100 with it, but when it really comes to the whole communication and everything with the kids and the child support, do that without relations.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Do it without relations. So it works easier. It's better.
And then, something, Chris, I learned back in school in one of them classes, I was like in the front row. One of them classes I took, but I remember them talking about child support, and the professor said it like this, the looking away, like, all right, if the day a female walked down to the welfare building, everything that's on that EBT card every month for that kid, it's like Uncle Sam is keeping a tab on you. Everything Uncle Sam gave that baby, you got to pay Uncle Sam back. I'm talking about down to subsidy, down to food stamps, down to medical, even Medicaid. Uncle Sam actually is, okay, this baby had a year of free Medicaid check. Right. This baby had $500 a month in food stamps check. And they just basically developing, they accumulating a tab of what assistance they gave your baby. Because everything they gave that baby, that's what you really owing.
Right.
That's what you owing, is what the government gave this kid. And like you saying, and like I think somebody up there said, if you kind of did what you kind of had to do, we wouldn't have had to even go this far.
Right. So, and when we say, if you do what you're supposed to do,
right,
you wouldn't be on XYZ. But I also look at it like, who am I to tell you what you're supposed to do, because I should be, you know what I'm saying? Like, I only know what I could do.
Yeah.
But I know that if you can help in a different way, or if you can, like, just do more, that's fine. You know what I mean? But just, like, you can't just be out there doing nothing. Because when you're out there doing nothing, and that's different. And, like, with a couple of comments, like, someone said you can't get your license. And then.
Yes. This is true.
If a man don't support his kids, it's because he can't deal with the mother. And then someone said, I would say try to make an agreement beforehand, but if the other person chooses to do nothing, then they should be put on it. Exactly. I feel like if you're doing absolutely nothing, child support.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I can't make you do anything.
No.
There's someone higher. So
that can
every
make
time you get paid, before your check is cut from your payroll, I'm
Yeah.
getting some bread.
Absolutely.
This child, I don't care what it is. You know that the kid is being taken care of. But if you're like someone who's like, oh, I only got this a week, that a week, but you're seeing your kid, you're doing what you have to do.
You active,
You're active.
and you maybe
Child
go
support
to
shouldn't even be a
a
conversation.
thing. Facts,
It
because
shouldn't be a thing.
and those are the priceless things, right? The things that we can't put a dollar amount on. Sleeping in the bed with your baby until they fall asleep, being that person in the morning that walk their kid to school, like those little priceless things that you can't even put a dollar amount on it. And then
some people want to go on, take the dad or the mom for child support because they're in a new relationship.
Yeah, like petty boots. Yeah.
No, you're not hurting anyone other than your child.
Facts. Because that's when I feel like when it's used in a spiteful way, that's when child support will make people not speak for years. People won't speak for years if child support is used like in a malicious way. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you this real quick story, family. So I know this individual. I'm going to just, for shits and giggles, we'll call him Farrakhan. We'll call him Farrakhan.
Farrakhan.
Yeah, we'll call him Farrakhan because he into the nation of Islam, and also kind of like he's one of those pretender guys, like holy and thou, has all these opinions and very chauvinistic, but at the end of the day, it's like you don't really walk the way you talk. So I know one of those guys. So we call him Farrakhan for shits and giggles. So he ended up having twins. So he had twins with this girl that I know. Well, not that I don't even know the girl. It's just a storyline I know. Had twins with this young lady. Was married to this young lady. Divorced this young lady. The lady put him on child support. Why he turn around and go and put her on alimony? Ooh, that's some.
So he's getting the money back that he put out.
That money cycling. How petty as a man. You got two, not even like one. That's two kids that girl had at once. So whatever child support she getting from you, she turning around and paying it right back to you anyway. We call him Farrakhan for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Twins, girl.
Alimony and
what?
See, that's the whole thing. Like when you get into the alimony and child support and divorce and marriage, that's like a whole different.
Who said stop having kids out of wedlock? If you birth that child, take care of that child. Otherwise, don't birth one out of marriage. This is true. Yes, it's true. But I think things happen sometimes,
Yeah, things happen.
I say, regardless if a baby is had out of wedlock or not, it's about a person's moral compass. Like, somebody could have a one-night stand. I know people that have one-night stands and then find out babies existed until years later and, like, always just was a solid dude. It comes down to a person's, like, moral compass, right?
And also how you're raised.
Facts.
So
beliefs, values,
how you're raised, and what's important, what's the priority. Your kid should be a priority.
Facts. Absolutely.
If there wasn't child support, like, what would anybody do? Like, they would just have to take what's given to them. But because it's there, it shouldn't be there for anyone to run to when they're mad, or they're upset, or they're hurt, or they're broken.
Shouldn't be used like that.
It shouldn't be used like that, because even with, like, visitation, it shouldn't be used like that.
Facts.
Because the way we are, hey, you want your kid?
Oh, come get her.
Better hold my phone, charge me, get ready to drop him off.
Yeah.
Good night. No, we never been like that. You know what I mean? And we've been in this for like 16, 17 years together. So it's just like.
So it wasn't ever
I feel
malicious.
like certain things are like weird.
Yeah.
I'm not like, it's just like, no. But so back to that stimulus, if you do owe child support and you're not getting this round of the $1,200 for your stimulus,
your baby mother
you
getting
need to, your baby mother or your baby father is definitely getting it. Don't worry about how it's being used, who it's being used on, and where it's being used at, because you have no control over that. And when you have no control over certain situations, you got to let it go.
That's it.
Because you just only hurting and putting that poison in yourself.
Right,
That's just
absolutely.
like some people say, oh, well, child support should come on a card. People shouldn't get crab legs and shrimp with child support. Well, first of all, you should mind your business because you don't really know what it's used for.
Oh, Lord.
You know,
say it again.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Lauren, for that. But it's just like you don't know what it's being used for.
You don't know. That's why.
Who are you? Because had we had agreement before we got to that point, you know, technically, I know people who are not even on child support or don't even pay child support, and they're doing whatever they have to do for the kid.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it doesn't matter if you're having lobster, shrimp, crab
it don't
legs,
matter.
and all that.
How about this? I can't wait till they reload my PEBT card, okay? Because I don't get no food stamps. And shout out to the girls that do, and shout out to the girls that don't qualify no more. But I tell you like this, I don't get food stamps. But to tell you thing why, I can't wait until I get that pandemic EBT reloaded on my card because I was eating good. I was eating lobster tails and king crab legs from Costco because, you know, I work hard. And guess what? It was a relief for me. Getting $1,200 worth of food stamps, that's a blessing for me, even if I am like part of the working class. Food costs. Cool costs like $200, $250 a week. Easy. And now with the pandemic, these kids ain't eating at school no more, Chris.
Not eating at school. You're cooking more. And it's just like, once again, we go back to mind your business. It doesn't matter. If anybody's getting food stamps, if they're getting welfare, Section 8, affordable housing,
don't
it has
matter.
Nothing to do with
it. Don't matter.
And you're right, Allison. I went to school with Allison. Accountability. That's what it is.
Accountability.
You know
Good word.
You have to accountability.
Be accountable for your actions. And your behavior. That's it.
I'm not saying you have to like kiss ass and do everything else, but you know, you gotta own your shit.
Absolutely. Basically. And it's so deep. You know what I think about? I might have we should have Kwame Bay up here soon. Cause Kwame, you know one thing with him,
Kwame said emotionally healthy. And I love that because that's what I he's not up here. And you see with that snorkel. What is it? What is that? Girl. But like emotionally healthy.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's where we are.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You and I as women, like we're emotionally healthy.
In a good place.
In a good place. And
we can rock out and be okay with ourselves and not hate each other, right?
Yeah.
And not be trolling or saying like who doing what. Like I don't even care. You got crab legs? Can I get one? Like I'm not even like off that energy.
You make that sauce that you came to my house and you made with the garlic, the onions, you know, the butter, the Old Bay. Like like we have kids and kids are siblings and it's just
facts.
I don't know.
But just like moving forward, just anybody, I feel like. If you join these groups on Facebook and if you see people trolling and just talking ish, like just realize you just gotta understand how corny that person is in real life.
Corny, and you can
and just real life. Just corny in real life, right? Like,
no, but I'm a firm believer. Like, don't let corny things people do make you corny yourself.
Facts.
Because once you corny, like you just corny. Like there's nothing. You could look good. You could be pretty. You could, you know, dress good. You could have a banking card, nice salary. Sex could be amazing. But if you corny, like
right, and
like,
then
you're corny. Like
and,
you out here.
And I feel like what makes a lot of people corny is because they minding their manners. They in a lane that's not their lane, or they trying to figure out what you got going on. And like, baby girl, like it's okay. Use that energy to do something else. So I just go and say, I just want to stay sucker free, Chris, and that's like my goal is to stay sucker free. And by the way, shout out to Sharon Green.
Sharon Green with the hoodie.
This is me, y'all. Her name is Peanut Butter. Yeah. Yeah, you know, and staying in your lane, I feel like
Kiki Cool got the sexy pictures and she got it on the hoodie.
Yes, and being true to yourself. And it's okay to be really true to yourself. Because if you true to yourself, you don't have the energy to be like checking for nobody else.
Exactly. And if you're secure with yourself, you don't have that energy.
Come on,
but
sis.
you know, like, I got 3 daughters and 2 sons. I can't afford to be a sucker for nothing or nobody because I'm not raising sucker kids.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We're not raising sucker kids. And that's just what it boils down to. But That shirt.
Peanut butter. Look at it. Look.
I wish we had it like we could zoom in on
Look
the
at
shirt.
her. Look at her.
It's
and you
cute.
know what? And for me, I feel like this was kind of it coins into Mommyz Keepin it cute, because y'all know I'm crazy. I'm very just me. I'm very spontaneous. I'm like I live in my sexiness, and it's okay
That's what
today.
we have to do.
Like, I don't care, girl. I turned her into a cartoon and put her on a hoodie. Yep, and she's naughty too.
Mm-hmm.
Her name Peanut Butter, but that's okay though.
And that's what we have to do. You have to live in your sexiness. You
That's
can live in
it.
your sexiness on a budget. You can just be sexy and be classy with it. And like we
Right.
older,
Facts.
you know, we
Honey.
I'll be like what
It's to the
33 in a couple like next year.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, sis. Yeah.
33. No, but still, you know,
Living your life and being okay in your own skin, and being okay with that, right? And not really caring what nobody say.
right? Because I don't have time to like check no one. I don't have time to be checking anyone because I'm so busy checking myself. Because when I check myself, that's how I remain dope.
Dope.
Because I'm
When you
super
check
dope.
yourself. That's called. They call that in the rooms of NA. I'm gonna tell you what they call that. They call that what they call that I think it's almost like a self inventory.
Right.
Where it's like you keep in check.
Exactly.
You keeping checks and balances on yourself.
So when you keep checks and balances on yourself, you don't have time to worry
There's
about
no way.
anyone else. You don't have time to worry about anyone else's stimulus, anyone else's paycheck, if anyone else rent paid, if anybody
No,
else
ma'am.
child support. You don't have time for that. Who looks like what and how and why. You don't have time for any of that. And
No,
then when
ma'am.
you don't have time for that, if you speak to certain people, they're going to think that you're like, you think you all that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not indulging in those kind of conversations. You're not gossiping. Gossiping about what? If we
For
gonna gossip,
what?
let's gossip about myself. 'Cause
Right.
I'm dope.
Yeah, baby mama, absolutely. That's
I'm dope.
and that's true though.
Praise God. Oh, and let me tell you guys something. Hold on.
Talk to me.
So I went to a women's all white conference on Saturday.
That's where the praise dance, the children were praise dancing.
Oh my goodness, when my friend
That was
Candace,
beautiful.
It was so nice.
I thought that was
amazing.
Kaylee. I said that's Kaylee on stage.
It looked like she looked like Kaylee,
I
but
thought
she
I was
wasn't.
like, is she a part of the dance crew? Like,
Right? She looked.
I
Like
thought it
Kaylee.
was your daughter.
She looked like Kaylee, but she wasn't. No.
Aww.
It was so nice. Like, you know, sometimes going on Facebook Live and going to church, you know, it's different than actually going in the building. So I actually went in the building for the first time.
You felt the
in
spirit.
a long time. Yeah,
You
so
felt
it was
the
like
spirit.
really good or whatever. So
Good.
yeah, I was just like, oh, you know what?
Shout out
Praise
to
God,
that
'cause, you
though.
know,
Like, praise God. Like,
Yeah,
whether you find your peace at church,
whether
you finding your peace at the yoga studio. Like, whether I found my peace at a hip hop dance class on Thursday night. So
I seen it.
come with me.
Shout out, what is Evolution, right?
Evolution
Yes.
Dance Studio. I'm gonna tell y'all good people. I'm 36 years old. I was born April 8th, 1984. I'm closer to 40 and 30, but you tell you like this. Music and like dancing was my first love. Like, I forgot that I love dancing so much. Like, I forgot.
Well, according to that video that I was
Sis.
tagging, you ain't forget you had it.
But that video actually, like, everybody was like, "Oh, you did great. You did." That wasn't even me. That was the instructor.
Yeah, that was instructional.
But it looked like me.
I seen the
But
other
you know
one that
what?
you said,
Oh, the first one. The
yeah,
first
you were
one.
like-
Yeah, but my thing is like, yo, I forgot how dope dancing was. And yo, I was just like almost fell back in my childhood. Like, I love the dance. I love music. And it took for me to take my kids in dance class that night. And I'm like, oh, they got a dope hip hop class? $10 drop in? I said, man, I'm about to tear these streets up.
I'm not.
Man, I'm out here. Listen, forever young.
I
You know?
seen it. I definitely seen. I don't know what I.
Yo,
just
and
said.
Chris, for me, that brought me back to an essence. Like, sis, like, really, we gotta do the things that make us happy. that we really honestly love.
And that's what you have to do. You gotta do what makes you happy. Because what makes me happy might not make other people happy.
Facts.
But that doesn't matter because as long as I'm happy, whatever somebody else brings to it, they just add
Are we
it
still
to
live
it.
though? I don't know.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we
I'm
are.
trying to.
All right, cool.
I hit something. Y'all know how we do.
Right. But like, and I think and that goes down to it and kind of being vulnerable, being okay as to who you are.
It's okay to
and
be vulnerable too.
Save your peace, because you got trolls on this internet right now. You got people that's out here. I just feel like so many negative energy is conjured up right now, and people are just negative.
It's a lot of clout.
It's a lot of clout out here, right?
It's a lot of clout, but
it is
all
what
that
it
gets
is.
you nowhere. Clout is what
Gets you
part
nowhere.
of minding other people's business.
How about that? Ooh,
that's the way I feel about.
I
clout
like
is
that.
part of minding other people's business because you wouldn't really be trying to
come for me, like don't come for me if I ain't sent for you. And my thing is, around tax season, I was telling my baby mother earlier, like all these memes, like I hate these professional women with no kids posting memes around tax season time. Like, oh, I wish I had a kid to claim. Or
stop going to the building to have you.
I'm gonna tell you like this: if y'all want a kid to claim, I got 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm gonna drop them off to your house for 12 months and you claim them, right? Because it's so much deeper than rap. Just these refund checks. You know how much we grind and hustle as mothers? Like, come on, man. That refund check and that refund check ain't shit. I should be compensated more than that. Really?
Yeah, you're right.
The work we put in.
And that brings us back to the whole child support discussion.
Come
what
on.
you pay in child support is like, it helps, but we talk about rent, lights, gas, water. Like it's
endless.
Yeah.
Endless.
Thanks, but that's how it is. But what did we say? What did we say earlier? With the whole minding your business. Meanwhile, your top 5 in my story, but you don't like not a post on the timeline. But that's for next week though.
That's for next
Feel
week
me? That's
though.
for next week because I'm
gonna tell you.
A lot of stuff.
Pay attention.
They all in the views. You
Look,
feel me?
look, it's all about self inventory. If you watching somebody's story and not liking their post, ask yourself what's the motivation.
Every story that people put up, if you see people in your story, every story that you put up, people are just in your story.
Top 5.
But then you post a picture, post a status.
And they don't even like it.
And they don't like it. It's like, yo, you weird.
Like, why you watching me, but you not appreciating my stuff, right?
Story be up 22 seconds. Boom.
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 3 o'clock in the morning. Boom. First top 3.
For no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, nah.
Yes, baby mother. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you, baby mother. I'm so glad you healthy and you back. My baby mother.
I missed you last week. I was a little under the weather with the allergies. So I was. For real. I was it wasn't no corona. So
good,
I already say, anybody say I got corona, I'm going to fight you. I'm never too old to fight.
All right. And good people, just know this thing ain't fake. Take care of it. I'll talk about next week. Just a little bit of interview I seen with this whistleblower scientist. He described it's going to be a dark winter between the COVID, influenza, and the respiratory viruses.
Unless God himself tells me this, I'm not listening to anyone. Because you know what? God has the last say so.
Yes, he does.
Everyone is just like running around saying we're going to have this second wave.
The surge coming.
But you know what? Whatever it's going to be, it's going to be.
Yeah, it is.
We could just protect ourselves.
That's it.
But if you're already like doing what you're supposed to do, you're already ahead of the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
All you got to do now
is
just
diet,
make sure you
exercise,
register to vote.
Facts.
That's the only thing you have to do. Make sure you register to vote.
That's it.
So y'all
and vote that clown out. Vote him out. Come on, good people.
Let's talk about it.
Thank you guys. See you guys next week.
Yes, thank you guys for tuning in with Mommyz Keepin It Cute each and every Sunday.
And shout out to Sukiana. I tagged her in our story, and she was watching our story. Shout out to Sukiana. That's the GOAT for me. She's so sexy. She's so sexy. She take care of them kids. Shout out to Sukiana, definitely. Well, we need you to on this show, girl.
Yeah,
hit me up.
To get her up on
yes,
hit
me
and
up,
for all
Suki.
y'all, she need to. She watched the story.
Suki, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, she perfect. Like, Suki, come on, bring your sexy. She the GOAT.
She is.
Greatest of all time.
She's real dope.
I think she is, too.
We here each and every Sunday, 7 p.m. Mommy's Keeping It Cute.
Yes.
Any questions,
nice
shout
little
out,
radio voice.
call-ins, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Mommy's Keeping It Cute at gmail.com.
Yes.
And we'll holla at y'all next week.
See you next Sunday. Hasta mañana. And we are out. Are we done? The live stop?
I need a re-up.
Oh, I was going to play the song.
What song?
The song was on 910. It was on this one. The little intro song.